Oh, what's going on, guys? Cabol here. Welcome to my first Pokemon Wi-Fi battle, yo. I'm playing the NU tier. We're doing this 5th gen style with one little exception. My team is actually all 4th gen NU Pokemon, and they have only 4th gen moves and stuff like that. So let's see what Team 4th gen can do against Team 5th gen. Now, one quick little note that I wanted to bring to your attention is, since I'm starting to do a lot more of my Pokemon uploads, there have been this one little site, I don't even know the name of it, but they've been going around doing fake copyright infringement flags on Pokemon videos and stuff like that. But that's not going to stop me. But the reason why I bring that up is because I am going to start using my second channel, which is actually the first channel that I ever created. I switched around and everything like that, took care of it. So, what I want you to do is I'm going to have a secondary channel where I'll upload vlogs every now and then, maybe some random funny clips, stuff like that on it. It's Cabolaholics Unite. Now, it's going to be a little, that might be a little hard to spell, so I'm going to have a link in the description to it. So go ahead and subscribe to that channel as well for just random content and stuff like that. And in case something happens to this channel because of people being assholes, essentially. So without further ado, let's see what Team 4th Gen can do against Team 5th Gen. Alright, so I'm battling against Zephyr10101. And I'm going to lead off with my Probass, aka the Stash. And Rick James is who he's sending out first, is Samurott. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up my rocks to begin with. He goes for a Swords Dance. I'm like, oh shit. That's never a good thing, because that's going to bring his attack up nicely. So I'm going to just, like I said, I'm going to use my Stealth Rocks. And now that they're in the air, I'm thinking, what do I want to do here? So I'm going to switch out into my Gardevoir, who is Princess Peach. And I was thinking he was going to go for another Swords Dance here. But instead, he just goes for the Waterfall, and yeah. On a physical defensive side, Peach, aka Gardevoir, is not that bulky. Excuse me, need a sip of my drink. So Peach is done. I'm going to go into my swag, which is my Electabuzz. Now, this is a set that I came up with. It's a Choice Specs Electabuzz. Now, the reason why most people are probably going to be surprised by that is because nowhere on Smogon do you see a Choice Spec Electabuzz. And the moves that I use with it is Thunderbolt, Psychic, Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Ice. Now, he's fast as hell, too, so no one really expects that. But anyway, back to the battle after I killed his Samurott. He goes into his Slacking, so I'm going to switch out here and go into my Quagsire. And I'm thinking no matter what he does, I should be able to take the hit. So he's going to go for a Retaliate. And that's going to hurt a pretty bunch. I actually end up living it with 9 HP. I couldn't believe. I thought I'd be able to take that little bear, but I forgot this guy's probably Choice Span, and he already has ridiculous high power. So he's going to switch out, and I'm just going to go for my Recover here. And they'll bring me back up to about half health. Excuse me, but I'm not sure what this. I think it's a Cradily. I apologize, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now. I'm expecting a grass move like a Seed Bomb, something like that. So I'm gonna switch out into my Hayden Tribute Pokemon on this team, my Nip Pinch Pinsir, who is Choice Banded. Fuck yeah. And he's gonna go for his Stealth Rock. So I'm like, alright, sweet. So right here, I'm trying to think to myself, what am I gonna do here? What move do I go with? I was thinking about going with a Close Combat or an X-Scissor, but instead I decided to go for the Earthquake, not knowing he was going to switch here. And it works out beautifully, because he goes into his Rapidash, and he's going to get owned by the Earthquake. Skadoosh, Earthquake, and what the fuck was that noise? Goddamn motorcycles. So yeah, excuse me. The Earthquake kills off his Rapidash. And he's going to go back into his Slacking. So I'm like, okay, I do not want to take a Retaliate from here because I don't know if my Earthquake would kill it. So I'm going to go back into my Probass. And he's going to, like I said, not go for the Retaliate, actually. He's going to go for the Giga Impact, which would have hurt even more. Now, I'm being the new player I am, I forgot that he needs to stay in a turn to recharge from Giga Impact. So I was thinking he was going to switch, so I go for the Toxic. I'm like, oh, wait, derp. He can't switch out. So I'm thinking, alright, I'm pretty sure he's Choice Man, he's stuck in Giga Impact. So I'm just going to stay in and I'm going to go for an Earth Power. Just because I don't really know what he's going to go into, and I don't remember seeing any flying types. So he's going to go into his Cobra. I'm like, oh, hell yes! So my little Earth Power here, despite his Intimidate attempt, it's going to do a nice little chunk of damage to his Arbok. And it does a little over, like, it does about a little more than half, roughly. So I'm thinking, wait, I don't know anything that an Arbok would have, because I haven't researched that too much. So I'm just going to stay in and I'm going to go for another Earth Power. And then I see this. I'm like, oh shit, the stash is going to die. And so as I sit here waiting and waiting, I'm like, damn it. Oh shit, he lives with -1 HP. And I actually sent this guy in the chat that, wow, I live with 3 HP and I didn't get a response back. I think he was a little pissed. So I'm going to finish off his Arbok with the Earth Power. I'm just thinking to myself, alright, what is he going to go into next? Because I'm trying to play by 4th gen rules, so I didn't look at the team preview at all. I just picked my Pokemon, got the lineup set up the way that I should have it. So he goes into Articuno, and I'm like, interesting. So he's just going to finish me off with an Ice Beam. I'm like, alright, whatever. Probaz has served his purpose. So the stash is dead. So knowing that he's at half health because of the Stealth Rocks, I see that he's holding leftovers. I know for a fact that my Pinsir can just mess his day up now. So I'm going to go for the Stone Edge. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that it'll land, and skadoosh. So that Articuno is going to be dead, because I do believe that that's going to be a 4x effective move, because I believe Ice is weak against Rock. I can't remember right now. So yeah, that's the thing. So he's going to go back into his Slacking, and I'm like, I'm not going to let Nip Pinch die. So I'm going to switch back into my Quagsire and pretty much just let him, pretty much setting him up as fodder. Now he goes for the Retaliate, and since the Pokemon died on his last turn, he is going to die horribly, especially with the crit. So he essentially just decapitated my Quagsire, which I'm like, you're a little bitch, aren't you? And so now at this point, I'm like, alright, I'm going into my Lugia. And then, wait, trollololololol, it's just a Dodrio. And this is actually a Life Orb Dodrio. I have no idea what he has left. I haven't been paying attention. I was just so jacked up about the battle. So he goes into his Cradily, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to go for the safe play and go for the return. And that's not going to do much. And I'm going to get hurt by my Life Orb recoil. So at this point, I'm like, alright, what am I going to do here? So I'm just going to play it safe, go for the Taunt in case he's going for like a Toxic or something like that. Not 100% sure what they usually carry. And luckily, it was a great play on my part because he goes for the Recover and would have gotten back all of his HP. So I'm like, alright, swag. That is awesome. So right here, I'm just going to go for a Brave Bird and see how much damage it does. And that's going to do well over half damage. That's almost, I want to say that does like 5/8. That's well over, right? So he's going to go for Hidden Power. I'm not quite sure what type of Hidden Power he has, because I live with negative 1 HP again. So I'm like, oh my god, thank you. And so I'm just going to go for a Roost here to kind of see if he tries something else. Get myself back up to about half HP, because my thought was get myself back up to half. I'd take another Hidden Power, and I was hoping with the little amount of HP he has left, plus with the recoil from my Brave Bird and the Life Orb, I might be able to survive. And I'm just going to go for a Brave Bird here. It's going to kill him, and we'll see if my Dodrio will survive. So he dies, and the recoil damage goes down. No! Not quite. I needed about 8 or 9 more HP, and then he would have lived, I do believe. So I'm going to go into my swag, my Electabuzz, who is just pure ownage. And he's going to go back into his Slacking, and then I'm just going to go, you know what? You're going to die, Slacking, so I'm going to give him a Focus Blast to the face. And luckily it hits, and that is a GG Zephyr. So yeah. Alright guys, this is Cabol here signing off. I hope you enjoyed my first Wi-Fi battle. I plan on doing a lot more of these in the near future. So go ahead, leave a comment, like, rating, subscribe as well if you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out my other channel. I don't have anything uploaded on it yet, but I will have some like vlogs and stuff like that going up on that channel in the near future. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. Peace!